Okay, testing, and we are live. Okay, so welcome back to the White Sponge live stream. Okay, so even though today is not part of our usual schedule, but since we can stream today, why not? Okay, so for today we are going to change what happens when you die. That is, when you are defeated by enemies or a boss. Okay, so instead of just showing a static menu or game over menu, we'll make it more dramatic. So, and we'll zoom in at where you are when you die, as you slowly explode into multiple pieces. Okay, so that's what we are going to, or part of what we are going to do. Okay, so in our player script, when we die, okay, we slow everything down here. Okay, and in our animation manager, we zoom in at where you are when you die. Okay, so to make it more dramatic, zoom in on character, okay, which is here. Okay, let's see if what we have works first. Okay, I'm going to pause the background music since we are going to start the game. Okay, so when Unity starts the game for the first time, okay, it usually takes longer, okay, because it's trying to so-called wake the game up. Okay, so this might take slightly longer than usual. Okay, but no worries, because here we go. Okay, so if you are new here, Stellar Stars is an arena-based roguelite shooter. And if you were to ask me what is the main feature or highlight of Stellar Stars, I would have to tell you about character growth, which allows you to improve your characters in non-traditional ways. So for example, you can learn to or choose to jump higher or run faster. So in more interactive ways, or other ways that will directly affect how you interact with this environment and enemies. Okay. Okay, so the zooming in was not working because the camera zoom in only after the character is dead. Zoom in on character. So that means when we zoom in, instead of using delta time, D time. Okay, let's try using something else. Because D time is extremely slow when we die. Okay, so instead of using this, okay, so if not, we turn zoom out. That means, okay, if zooming in without zooming out, that is death, or when you are dead, then D time equals to, okay, let's say 0. I don't know, a random value, 0.205. Okay, Okay, so let's try using that. Okay, and let's make sure that we pause our background music. Okay, and let's start the game. Okay, so if you were wondering, yes, we are using Unity with C# for Stellar Stars. You could also use JavaScript if you want. Okay, but these are the two most popular languages when you want to use Unity in combination with them. Okay, so to see the game over scene, okay, we need to commit suicide. Okay, like what we are doing now. Okay, so we need to get the delta time. Okay, so what we're going to do here is to print out the delta time so that we know what to use when it's slowed down. So the time is D time. Okay, so now instead of trying to commit suicide, okay, we'll be trying to level up. Okay, so that we can capture the D time value and use that, okay, for when you die. Okay, because we'll be zooming in when you die as well. But of course the delta time will be different. So we need to capture the original delta time values. Okay, so right now we will try to level up. Oh. Okay, so as you can see, our experience bar is almost full. Okay, now we have our D time. Okay, and they are over here. Okay, 0.04, 0.03, 0.14, and so on and so on. Okay, so for our D time, we will use a random number from, let's say, 0.03 to 0.01, sorry, 0.01 to 0.14. Okay, so over here, okay, range 0.01, 0.14. Okay. Okay, so that should do it, but of course we have to test it in order to check if it works or not. Okay. Okay, so here goes nothing. Okay, but if there's anything that I've learned, okay, is that whenever we add something new or a bunch of code or change something new, okay, usually for the first time it will not there's a 99% chance of it not working. Okay, but we'll see. Yeah. Okay. So it's still not zooming in as you are dying. Okay, so we could test the okay, so for testing purposes, okay, I'm just going to print some messages here. Okay, calling this method. Okay, counter. Okay, and once again, this is just for testing. Okay, because when we release an update, okay, we'll try to reduce the number of debug messages that are printed, okay, as it will affect the performance of the game itself. Okay, so this is something that we have to always keep in mind. Do not spam the debug messages. Okay. Okay, so the reason why it is only zooming in after the death animation is because the method itself is called after that. Okay, so that means that okay, that means that we might need to change the method here itself. Okay, because it seems like the delay method or the enumerator here is not called until the speed or the time is changed back to the default value. Okay, but of course we can test that theory, okay, by changing this to 0. Okay, wait, let me copy and paste this. Okay. Okay, so that means okay, if this does not work, that means instead of using a delay method where you can set a specific amount of time you want it to wait before it does something that you want it to do. Okay, that means we have to call a method directly without setting any delays. Yeah. Okay, so that means we have to directly call the method without setting any delays. Okay, as a delay of 0.0 is not working as well. Yeah. Oh wait. 0.0. Okay, animation manager. Okay, scene manager. Yeah. Okay, so we need to go to our animation manager here. Okay, and over here we need to move all of this into another method. Yeah. Okay, so that we can call it directly. Okay, without any delays. Okay, because it seems that even setting a delay of 0.0 will still cause it to wait. Okay. Okay, what if we zoom in on the character before we slow the time down? Okay, we then show game over. Explode character. Death. Oh, okay, so that is why it's not working. Okay, so the reason why it isn't working, I think, is because this method here, okay, is only called okay, def. Okay, so here it's only called after 1.75 seconds after the def animation, which is why we need to show game over. Okay, because we need to zoom in while the death animation is ongoing. Okay, so for now, what we're gonna do is to copy this and comment it. Okay, and over here we'll call this right away. Ouch. Okay, maybe we shouldn't call this right away, but instead what we will do, okay, is that we will move this away from here, and this away from here as well. Okay, and we'll move it here directly after the reduction in time progression. Okay, we'll make it part of the death animation. Okay. So animation manager. Okay, game manager dot animation manager. Oh, damn. Dot HUD manager, animation manager. Okay, it's a workaround. Okay, player manager. No. Okay, let's try game manager dot player manager. No. Okay, what about our HUD manager? Okay, animation manager dot player. Oh, what the hell? Oh, okay. If we have a scene manager, then we have the player manager. Okay. Okay, now this should work. Okay, so that means that now the show game over method will only be called to show the things like the ending message and the stats, okay, or your stats when you die. So things like the number of stars you have collected, your current level, and the number of enemies you have defeated, and of course the keyboard or game controller shortcuts for you to go back to the character selection menu or to quickly restart the game. So things like those. Okay, so let's test what we have just changed. Okay, here goes nothing. Okay, and I'm going to pause the background music. Okay, since we already have the music from the game, so we try not to mix them. If not, it might get confusing. Okay, and now let's try to commit suicide again. Whoa. Okay, we might need to zoom in slower. Yeah. Okay, we might need to zoom in slower. Okay, because the zooming in was too fast. So let's try the default zooming in values, which is okay, we need to get that from the animation manager. 20, which is, let's see, okay, in the level up method, I think. Yep. Or we can zoom. Okay, wait, then call. Okay, so here. So using this as the values. Okay, so let's see. Okay, this is the delay time. Delay between each we'll use. Okay, 0.005, and the smooth time we will use 0.05. Okay, and now let's try that again. Okay, let's try that again. And of course, we do not need to print the messages anymore, since we have already got it to start zooming in. So we can remove this, since it is kind of working now, but of course we need to tweak it here and there so that it works like what we want it to be. Okay, and in addition to that, we also need to change the positions of the two black bars. Okay, so one is on the bottom, which is fine, I guess, because oh no. So we need to change the positions of both the black bar on the top and on the bottom.